What is a wet scrubber dust collector? A wet scrubber dust collector is a versatile piece of equipment designed to capture a wide variety of airborne pollutants, including dust, gases, aerosols, and vapors. Wet scrubbers are essential in industries like chemical processing, metal refining, and food production, helping companies meet environmental standards and reduce harmful emissions. Wet scrubbers use liquid, typically water, to trap pollutants from the airstream. The dirty air passes through the device where it's scrubbed clean, and then the air is released into the atmosphere while the contaminants are removed as sludge. The genius of the wet scrubber lies in its ability to handle different types of pollutants with ease. Key design components. Despite the different models and types of scrubbers, all wet scrubber systems share certain basic components. Liquid supply circuit. This supplies the liquid, usually water, to the scrubber's working chamber. The liquid captures the pollutants from the air, turning them into a sludge, which is then removed from the system. Demisters. To ensure that only clean air leaves the scrubber, demisters prevent water droplets from escaping along with the air. Fans. Fans play a critical role by moving the contaminated air through the scrubber, ensuring proper flow and scrubbing efficiency. Main body and spray systems. These house the core of the operation, where nozzles spray the liquid and pollutants are captured from the air. These components combine to make wet scrubbers highly effective at capturing everything from dust particles to chemical vapors. Principle of operation. So, how do these scrubbers actually work? It's pretty straightforward. Dirty air enters the scrubber and is forced through a series of chambers where it's met by water sprayed from nozzles. The water droplets collide with and capture the airborne contaminants. These droplets then fall into a sludge tank, leaving the air clean and ready to be released back into the environment. This process, which seems simple, is highly efficient at removing a variety of pollutants, including particulate matter, PM10 and PM2.5, chemical contaminants like acid vapors and solvents, heavy metals, and even biological particles like mold and bacteria. Types of wet scrubber dust collectors. Now let's get into the different types of wet scrubbers. Each type is tailored to handle specific pollutants or work within specific environmental constraints, but all wet scrubbers follow the same basic principle of using liquid to capture contaminants. Spray tower scrubbers. Spray tower scrubbers are the simplest type of wet scrubber. These units are designed to handle relatively large particles and are also used to cool gases. In a spray tower scrubber, the air flows through a vertical or rectangular column where water is sprayed from nozzles. The droplets capture the pollutants and the resulting sludge is removed. Spray tower scrubbers are known for their straightforward design and ease of maintenance, making them a popular choice for industries handling larger particulates. Tray tower, plate column. Scrubbers. Tray tower scrubbers, sometimes called plate scrubbers, are more complex. These units use plates, slotted or perforated, that are constantly wetted with liquid. As the air passes through the tower, foam forms on the plates and captures contaminants, which are then removed as sludge. This design makes tray towers highly efficient for capturing fine particles and chemical vapors. Tray tower scrubbers are typically modular, so they can be easily customized for different industrial processes. Packed bed scrubbers. Packed bed scrubbers use a column filled with shaped baffles or packing material to increase the surface area for gas-liquid interaction. The air passes through the column while being sprayed with liquid, and the pollutants are captured in the packing. Packed bed scrubbers are ideal for capturing fine, well-wettable particles, and are often used when gas cooling is required in addition to pollution removal. Venturi scrubbers. Venturi scrubbers are designed for high-efficiency dust collection and are particularly effective at removing fine particles. The Venturi design forces air through a narrow hourglass-shaped section of the scrubber, increasing the velocity of the gas flow. This acceleration causes the liquid to break into fine droplets, which trap the particles in the air. The clean air is then released, while the contaminants are collected in a sludge tank. Venturi scrubbers are great for industries where space is limited and high-efficiency dust removal is required. Comparison: wet scrubber versus dry dust collector. Now, if you're thinking, Why should I choose a wet scrubber over a dry dust collector? Well, it all depends on your needs. Wet scrubbers use liquid to capture pollutants and are particularly effective for removing sticky, hygroscopic, or explosive dust. They're also a great option when the air being treated contains both particulate matter and gases. The liquid phase makes them versatile for handling mixed pollutants. Dry dust collectors, on the other hand, rely on physical filters to trap dry particulate matter. They're generally simpler, requiring less maintenance since there's no liquid involved. But they're limited in handling sticky or moisture-laden contaminants, which could clog dry filters. While wet scrubbers require more maintenance due to the handling of liquids and sludge, they excel in environments where dust is sticky or gases are involved. Dry dust collectors may be better suited for industries where the primary concern is dry particulate matter. Advantages of wet scrubbers. Wet scrubbers come with several advantages. Multitasking capabilities. They handle both particulate matter and gaseous pollutants in one system. High efficiency. Systems like Venturi scrubbers can capture even the smallest dust particles, down to 0.1 microns. Suitability for tough environments. Wet scrubbers can handle high temperature and high humidity gases, making them suitable for industries like steel manufacturing and power generation. Disadvantages of wet scrubbers. Of course, there are a few downsides to using wet scrubbers. Sludge handling. The liquid used in the scrubbing process turns into sludge, which requires disposal and adds operational costs. High water usage. Wet scrubbers require significant amounts of water, which can be costly and environmentally challenging. Corrosion. If you're cleaning gases that are highly corrosive, you'll need to invest in corrosion-resistant materials for your scrubber system. Maintenance of wet scrubbers. Like any industrial equipment, wet scrubbers require regular maintenance to ensure they run efficiently. Weekly. Conduct visual inspections of the spray system and fluid circulation without stopping the system. Quarterly. Test the spraying system and check the sludge tank for buildup. Annually. Perform a full shutdown and inspection of all components, including pumps, fans, and the automation system.
And that's your deep dive into the world of wet scrubber dust collectors. Whether you're battling dust, gases, or even the occasional sticky pollutant, these scrubbers are the heroes you need. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, if you're cleaning up the air, do it wet. Until next time, stay fresh, stay clean, and keep scrubbing.